Lisa, welcome back. Today we're talking about something really important.
What's that, Emma?
Going to the doctor. Specifically, how to describe your symptoms and ask questions in English.
Oh, this is so useful. A lot of people feel nervous about doctor visits, especially in a foreign language.
Exactly. So I want to share a story from last month. I wasn't feeling well and I had to go see my doctor.
What was wrong?
Well, it started on a Monday morning. I woke up and I felt terrible. My head was pounding.
Pounding. That's a great word. It means a strong, repetitive pain, like my head was pounding. Say it with me. My head was pounding.
Good. Yes, my head was pounding, and I also felt dizzy. You know that feeling when the room seems to spin?
Yes, dizzy. That's when you feel like you might fall because everything is moving.
Exactly. So I tried to get out of bed, but I had to sit back down. I thought maybe I just need water and breakfast.
Did that help?
No, I drank water, I ate something light, but I still felt awful. And then I noticed something else. My throat hurt when I swallowed.
Oh no, that's a sore throat.
Yes, a sore throat. This is such a common symptom. Let's practice. I have a sore throat. Perfect. You can also say, my throat hurts, or it hurts when I swallow.
These are really practical phrases.
They are. So by noon, I knew I needed to see a doctor. I called my doctor's office.
What did you say when you called?
I said, "Hi, I'd like to make an appointment. I'm not feeling well." The receptionist asked, "What symptoms are you experiencing?"
That's a key question. What symptoms are you experiencing? Let's say that slowly. What symptoms are you experiencing? Great.
So I told her I have a headache, I feel dizzy, and my throat is really sore.
Clear and simple. That's the best way to describe symptoms.
Exactly. She said, "We have an opening at 3 p.m. today. Does that work for you?" And I said, "Yes, perfect, thank you."
So you got an appointment the same day?
Yes, I was lucky. So I went to the doctor's office at 3 p.m. When I arrived, I checked in at the front desk.
What does check in mean?
It means to let them know you've arrived for your appointment. You usually give your name and maybe show your insurance card.
Got it. Check in. I'm checking in for my appointment.
Nice. So I checked in and then I sat in the waiting room. After about 10 minutes, a nurse called my name. "Emma, come on back."
Come on back, that's a casual way to say follow me or come with me.
Yes, so I followed the nurse to a small room. She asked me to sit down, and then she started taking my vital signs.
Vital signs?
Yes, that means your basic health measurements, like your temperature, blood pressure, and heart rate.
Oh, important information. Vital signs. Let's say it. Vital signs.
Good. The nurse put a thermometer in my mouth to check my temperature. Then she wrapped a blood pressure cuff around my arm.
A blood pressure cuff. That's the thing that squeezes your arm, right?
Exactly. It squeezes and then it measures your blood pressure. She looked at the numbers and said, "Your blood pressure is normal, but your temperature is a little high. You have a slight fever."
A fever means your body temperature is higher than normal.
Right. Normal body temperature is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. Mine was 99.8. So it was elevated but not too high. Correct. The nurse wrote everything down and said, "The doctor will be with you in a few minutes."
And then you waited in the exam room.
Yes, I sat there looking around. There were posters about healthy eating and exercise, and I felt nervous.
Why nervous? You go to the doctor to get help.
I know, but I always feel a little anxious. I think many people do. We worry, what if it's something serious?
That's very human. Let's notice this phrase, what if it's something serious? We use what if to express worry about possibilities. What if it's something serious? Try it. Excellent.
So after a few minutes, the doctor came in. She smiled and said, "Hi, Emma, I'm Dr. Martinez. How are you feeling today?"
That's a warm greeting.
Yes, she was very kind. I said, "Not great, actually. I've been feeling sick since this morning."
And then she asked about your symptoms.
Yes, she said, "Tell me what's going on. Start from the beginning."
What's going on? That's a casual way to ask about your problem. What's going on? Nice.
So I explained everything. I said, "I woke up with a pounding headache, I feel dizzy, especially when I stand up, and my throat is really sore." You described each symptom clearly. I tried to. Then Dr. Martinez asked, "How long have you had these symptoms?" That's an important question. How long have you had these symptoms? Let's practice. How long have you had these symptoms?
Great.
I said, "Since this morning, so about 6 hours." Then she asked, "Have you had any fever, chills, or body aches?"
She's checking for more symptoms.
Exactly. I said, "Yes, the nurse said I have a slight fever, and yes, my body feels achy, like my muscles are sore."
Body aches or muscle aches, that's when your muscles hurt without a clear reason, usually from illness. Body aches. Say it with me.
Good. Then the doctor asked, "Have you been around anyone who's sick recently?" I thought about it and said, "Actually, yes, my coworker was sick last week with similar symptoms."
So you might have caught it from your coworker.
That's what the doctor thought too. She said, "It sounds like you might have a viral infection. Let me examine you."
A viral infection, that means an illness caused by a virus, like a cold or flu.
Right, so she asked me to open my mouth and say, "Ah." She looked at my throat with a small light.
What did she see?
She said, "Your throat is definitely red and inflamed. That's causing the soreness."
Inflamed means swollen and irritated.
Yes. Then she listened to my lungs with her stethoscope. She said, "Take a deep breath in and out. Again."
The stethoscope is that device doctors use to listen to your heart and lungs.
Exactly. After listening, she said, "Your lungs sound clear. That's good news. No signs of infection there."
So it wasn't serious.
No, thankfully. She said, "Based on your symptoms and the examination, I believe you have a common viral infection, probably a cold or mild flu."
So what did she recommend?
She said, "Unfortunately, there's no specific medicine for viral infections. Your body needs to fight it off naturally, but I can recommend some things to help you feel better."
Like what?
She said, "First, rest. Your body needs energy to fight the infection. Stay home from work if you can."
Rest is so important when you're sick.
It is. Then she said, "Drink plenty of fluids, water, herbal tea, warm soup. This helps your body stay hydrated."
Hydrated means having enough water in your body. Stay hydrated.
Good. She also said, "For the headache and body aches, you can take over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen."
Over-the-counter means you don't need a prescription. You can buy it at any pharmacy.
Right. Then she gave me advice for the sore throat. She said, "Gargle with warm salt water. It sounds simple, but it really helps reduce inflammation."
Gargle, that means to rinse your throat with liquid. Gargle with salt water. Let's say it. Gargle with salt water.
Good. I asked her, "How long will this last?" She said, "Usually 5 to 7 days. You should start feeling better in a few days, but the symptoms might linger for a week."
Linger, that means to stay or remain for a long time. The symptoms might linger.
Great. Then I asked another important question. I said, "When should I come back if I'm not getting better?"
That's a smart question to ask.
Yes, she said, "If your fever gets higher than 102 degrees, if you have trouble breathing, or if your symptoms get worse after 5 days, call us immediately."
So she gave you clear warning signs to watch for.
Exactly. I felt relieved to know what to look out for. Then I asked, "Is there anything else I should avoid?"
Good question. Is there anything I should avoid?
She said, "Avoid alcohol and caffeine, they can dehydrate you, and stay away from other people as much as possible, you're contagious."
Contagious means you can spread the illness to others. I'm contagious.
Good. Before I left, I said, "Thank you so much, Dr. Martinez. This really helped." She smiled and said, "You're welcome. Take care of yourself, Emma, and don't hesitate to call if you need anything."
She sounds like a wonderful doctor.
She really was. So I left the office feeling much better. Not physically, I still felt sick, but mentally I felt better because I knew what was wrong and what to do. That's the power of good communication. Exactly. I went home, made myself some hot tea with honey, and rested on the couch.
Did you follow all her advice?
I did. I drank tons of water, I gargled with salt water 3 times a day, I took ibuprofen for the headache, and I slept a lot.
And did it work?
Yes, by day 3, I felt noticeably better. The headache was gone, my throat still hurt a little, but not as bad. By day 6, I was almost back to normal. So the doctor was right, 5 to 7 days. She was exactly right, and I learned something important from this experience. What did you learn? I learned that it's okay to ask questions, even simple questions like, what's wrong with me? Or how long will this last? Or what should I do? Those are not stupid questions. Not at all. Doctors want you to ask questions. It helps them help you better. That's such good advice. Let's practice some of these key phrases. How long will this last? Say it with me. Excellent. And another one, what should I do? Great job, everyone. What other phrases should people know for doctor visits? Well, here are some symptoms you might need to describe. I have a cough, I have a runny nose, I feel nauseous, I have a rash. Let's practice those. I have a cough. I have a runny nose. I feel nauseous. I have a rash.
Perfect. And here are some questions you can ask. What's causing this? Do I need medication? Is it contagious? When will I feel better? These are all really practical. Let's try them. What's causing this? Do I need medication? Good job, everyone. Remember, you don't need to use complex medical terms. Just describe how you feel in simple words. Like, my stomach hurts. I feel weak. I can't sleep. Exactly. Simple and clear is always best. So, Emma, what's your final advice for someone going to the doctor in English? First, write down your symptoms before you go. That way you won't forget anything. Second, don't be shy. Ask questions. And third, if you don't understand something, say, "Can you explain that again?" Or, "Can you say that more slowly?" Doctors should speak clearly and make sure you understand. They should, and most doctors are happy to repeat or explain things differently. This has been such a helpful episode. Thank you for sharing your story, Emma. Thank you for listening along, Lisa. And to everyone out there, I hope this helps you feel more confident at your next doctor's appointment. Remember, taking care of your health is important, and communicating clearly with your doctor is part of that. So practice these phrases. Say them out loud. Make them part of your vocabulary. And remember, you're doing great. Learning medical English takes time, but every phrase you learn helps. All right, that's it for today. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye.